Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. And we want to throw out a hats off to Larry, so to speak, out there as our sponsors. We appreciate Gaston's White River Resort. And, of course, the TWRA, and, of course, Barton's Power Sport. And Barton Power Sport, speaking of that, Frank Barton will be in the studio next week when we have a couple of special guests in next week. You won't want to miss next week's show. But we're talking the St. Jude Bass Classic on this segment, and who better to bring in on that subject way out in Sacramento, California. His dialect has probably already changed. He's been trying to meet as many Wongs as he can find in Sacramento. I mean, isn't he right, Gene Smith?
Yes, he is. Remember, two Wongs don't make it right.
He knows that. This Wong makes a lot of rights. That's our man Ron Wong, who has been did a great job on the Bassmaster Elite Series on the Sacramento River. I'm sure he was giving tips on that, and also a two-time winner of the St. Jude Bass Classic. And we've got Rick Lesley and Gary Conklin from the St. Jude Bass Classic. And I know, Ron, this tournament means a lot to you, doesn't it?
It really does. Not only does it go to a great cause, but it's great fellowship. I look forward to attending and covering it every year now, just to see all of the guys that I have fished with over the years, and to encourage people to get involved to help St. Jude in any way they can, and especially this Bass Classic. It's a great event. It's wonderful for the family at the weigh-ins, and even at registration. I mean, Rick has done a great job in getting people to come out where families, kids, and everybody can get involved. And it's a wonderful, wonderful event and a lot of fun.
And I know Rick. Let's pull Rick in on this. Rick Lesley and. Has put together this lineup starting on May the 22nd. John Godwin of the Duck Commander will be around at the Batesville Civic Center.
Yeah, correct.
Tell us what's going to happen besides fishing.
Well, we're trying to turn this from a one-day fishing tournament into an all-weekend-long event for families. Mm-hmm. And the main goal is obviously to raise more money for the kids at St. Jude. So this year on Friday afternoon, we're going to have John Godwin from Duck Commander come in. He'll be signing autographs, doing meet and greets, and we'll have some St. Jude T-shirts and things available for a donation, and that'll happen from 4 to 8 at the Batesville Civic Center. We'll have food and concessions available. Then on Saturday, which is typically the day we do check-in for the contestants, we've got Liz Cavalier from the television show Swamp People and her husband Justin.
Gator Queen.
All
They're
right.
going to come, and
Right.
they'll be with us at Performance Marine in Sardis from 10 to 4. Same thing, signing autographs, meet, greets, pictures, and all of it, again, is for donations for the hospital. We'll have concessions there. We'll have silent auctions on Friday night and on Saturday, which we want everybody to come in, bid on the items, and obviously help us raise more money. Then Sunday, we've got the tournament.
Got the tournament,
and at the tournament, we'll have Bill Dance.
Yes.
And Tim Horton. They're going to be our MCs. We'll have a big live auction during weigh-in, which we invite everybody to come down for. We'll have, again, food, concessions available. We'll have T-shirts. Be a lot going on. We're going to do some giveaways this year for adults and kids.
All right.
We've got the Cub Scouts coming from Batesville to help us. So,
the Cub Scouts will be there.
Yeah.
I can do the Cub Scout salute, buddy. I can do that.
We're going to let them haul fish for us. But it's gonna be a 3-day event, and the city of Batesville has gotten in with us. We're going to kind of partner with them and see if we can't turn this into a yearly event where we do something every Friday, Saturday, and then, of course, the tournament on Sunday.
And I know that there's so much going on, and to have these celebrities down there, and I know Ron will make every effort to be there.
I will be there for all 3 days. It's booked on my calendar.
Yes.
And, great fun. I encourage everybody in the Memphis Mid-South area to come on out and see all of the fanfare, see some of these celebrities, and get the autographs, and get involved with St. Jude to help out this Bass Classic. And you never know when you're going to need that hospital. And the thing about it is they don't charge you if you need them. That's
right, and that's why I always bring in Gary. I got to ask you again. Tell them, because I think it's a great story that the way Gary's involved in this. Tell them how you got involved in this, Gary.
33 years ago, my wife and my daughter and myself, we walked into St. Jude Hospital not knowing, wondering, impressed, and convinced that they could take care of our problem, and they did.
Yes.
As a result, during that time frame, I got associated with a young lady at the time, but I was young at the time too, was named Nina Patrick.
Yes.
She married to Tommy Patrick.
Right.
Who was at that time fishing for the old Strike King Company and a member of the Memphis Bass Club, who at that particular time had 200 members. And you had three signatures from existing members to be eligible to get in. Well, the only one I knew was Tommy.
Yeah.
But it worked out, and that was an event that was started 43 years ago, and it's done nothing but grown since then. To give you the best example of the impact of the tournament and the way it's gone for 43 years, the first check written to St. Jude by Bill Black, who was the director at that particular time, was $3,500.
$3,500.
Which was a accomplishing feat then because of the small amount of marketing that was done, sponsorship. It was starting off level. Mm-hmm. Well, that same $3,500 now will not get you in the top 10 based on the last history.
Wow.
The last 5 years of history of the top 10. So I started getting involved in it because of my daughter, who's doing fine, and she fished with me last year, and she's going to fish again with me this year.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's
that's awesome.
It's a fishing tournament and an event, but it's more of I think a family event because we have people that come fish our tournament. The next thing you know, there's 10 family members out there.
Mm-hmm.
If we got 200 boats, 400 fishermen, if you average 5 apiece, that's a lot of people down there.
That's a lot of people down there.
And you go over 3 days with it, and you'll touch a lot more people. So it's changed over the last few years and everything, but I think it's gotten better, and it sure has made an impact with the money, with the fishing for the kids.
Yeah, and Rick, how much have y'all raised over the years, the tournament itself, for St. Jude?
Oh, I think we're closing in on about $4 million.
Closing in on $4 million, and of course it's the granddaddy of all these charity tournaments as far as I'm concerned.
It's the longest-running charity tournament in the United States.
I don't think there's but one.
Well, that microphone over there, we want to hear it.
I don't think but there's one tournament that's been around longer than the St. Jude Bass Classic, and that's the Bassmasters. There's been some
1967, so that's we know when it started. So
exactly, and I don't think that there's another tournament or tournament trail that's been around as long.
No, and
there has.
And Ron knows that because he's a 2-time winner back when they just let one person, and no one has ever won it twice. So so Ron did that when it was. Now we have pick your partner, and we have two in the boat all day, and we expect they like each other.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but the second time that Ron won it is that his co-angler was on some fish, and he went and fished his fish.
Is that watch it now. He's out in California. It's early out there.
Well, it's a ways for it to ever get back to me. So
before he got back there. But I know it meant a lot to you, Ron, and the association. And I know that Rick and Gary, this is not easy. Something easy to put on. Rick, I mean, it takes volunteers. I mean, you got to have your volunteers. Explain a little bit how it operates on Sunday, because that's it's like a clockwork. I mean, you got a system.
We do. We've got about 65 volunteers that we count on from Friday to Sunday. And Sunday morning, it's 1 a.m. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
We got the guys from the Lakeview Bassmasters have to plug them. They come in and they volunteer and they take care of one ramp for us. and they put 90% of the fishermen in the water.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
we get them across the lake, and we have the fishing for the kids on the other side of the lake. They kind of get the benefit of launching close to blast off. That's one of the perks for raising money. But it's a labor of love. A lot of people are involved, and of course Sunday afternoon, everybody again. It's all hands on deck. But without the volunteers, we can't make it run. Without the fishermen, without the sponsors, it's a whole effort on everybody's part. If one, it doesn't work without one.
Yeah.
We can't do it without the volunteers. We can't do it without the sponsors, and obviously we can't do it without the fishermen.
And it seems like it's also a reunion every year. That's what I've always
you get
said.
People that, like Gary said, the families come. But one thing you see now is you saw where Dad was fishing.
Yeah.
Now the sons are fishing, or the grandsons are fishing, or the granddaughters are fishing. So
that's right.
People that send to get involved stay involved, and we've been very fortunate with sponsors. Last year was the first year all the prize money was corporate donated. We didn't have to use anything we took in.
That's great.
We're carrying that through again this year, and that's going to be the goal from now on.
That's
We're
awesome.
still giving away as a grand attendance prize War Eagle boat, and it'll be rigged with a Yamaha engine, so it'll be about almost $40,000 boat by the time everything's said and done. And
Wow.
you don't even have to catch fish to do that.
Well, that's what makes it so good, and I know, like say Ron will be there and is representing LR Outdoors and Outdoors of Larry Ray, and you guys have done a great job. And to close out this segment, Ron, anything else you want to add to this about your feelings on this thing?
Well, first of all, there's still time to get into the tournament.
Yeah, isn't that right,
For
Rick?
all of you fishermen,
Yes.
there's still time to get in, and I encourage you to do it. You're going to find it a lot of fun, and especially after the tournament, you get there and you get to talk to all of the different people who are there, and all of them like to share the stories, share how they caught them, and so it's also a learning experience. But I encourage any of the fishermen out there to get involved. And then I also encourage all families to get involved. Come on out to all of these wonderful things that Rick and his staff has put together for this. What a great event.
It is
for
then.
a great cause.
Yeah, stjudebassclassic.com, stjudebassclassic.com. You can go to lroutdoors.com. We've got to have all the information up there about it. You can sign up and whatever it might be. Hey, guys, thank you for this segment. And always appreciate and have Rick and Gary here, and Ron, you too. And we're going to take a break and come back, and I got a special guest in studio with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'll be right back on ESPN 790.